Shante. This is the Sakar Murli of 28th of February 2024. Essence. Sweet children, prove to the people of Bharat that Shiv Jayanti is the Gita Jayanti and that Sri Krishna Jayanti then takes place through the Gita. Question: what is the main basis for the establishment of any religion? What task that only the Father carries out do the founders of religions not perform? Answer: for the establishment of any religion, the answer of purity is required. The power of purity is required. All religions are established on the basis of the power of purity. However, no founder of a religion can purify anyone. Because when the religions are established, it is the kingdom of Maya and they have all become impure. It is the duty of the Father alone to make impure ones pure. He alone gives the Srimad to become pure. Song: take us away from this world of sin to a place of rest and comfort. Om Shanti. You children have now understood what the world of sin is and what the world of charity is. That is what the pure world is. In fact, this Bharat is the world of sin, and Bharat itself then becomes the world of charity. Heaven. Bharat itself was paradise, and Bharat has become the extreme depths of hell because they continue to burn on the pyre of lust. There no one burns on the pyre of lust. There is no pyre of lust there. You would not say that there is the pyre of lust in the golden age. These matters have to be understood. First of all, a question arises: the Bharat that is impure and unhappy definitely was pure and happy. They even speak of the original eternal Hindu religion. But who are called the original eternal people? What does original mean and what does eternal mean? Original means the golden age. Who existed in the golden age? Everyone knows that Lakshmi and Narayan existed then. Surely they would also have been the children of someone that they became the masters of the golden age. They were the children of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, who established the golden age. However, they don't consider themselves to be his children at this time, brackets in the Iron Age. If they were to consider themselves to be his children, they would know the Father, but they don't know him. The Hindu religion is not mentioned in the Gita. The name Bharat is mentioned in the Gita, and those people are called those of the Hindu Mahasabha. The Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the jewel, the mother of all scriptures. They celebrate the Gita Jayanti and also Shiv Jayanti. You should know when it is Shiv Jayanti. Then there is Sri Krishna Jayanti. You children now know that after Shiv Jayanti there is the Gita Jayanti. After the Gita Jayanti there is Sri Krishna Jayanti. It is only through the Gita Jayanti that the deity religion is established. The Gita Jayanti also has a connection with the Mahabharata, and there are things about a war mentioned in that. They show that there were three armies on the battlefield. They show the Yadavas, the Kauravas, and the Pandavas. The Yadavas were those who invented the missiles. They drank alcohol and made the missiles emerge. You know that the missiles are not truly being invented. They are threatening one another to destroy their own clans. They are all Christians. The people of Europe are also the same Yadavas. So that is their gathering. They were destroyed by them fighting amongst themselves. The whole of Europe was included in that. Those of Islam, the Buddhists, and the Christians were all included in that. Here there are the Kauravas and Pandavas. The Kauravas were also destroyed and the Pandavas gained victory. Now the question arises, who was the god of the Gita who taught easy yoga and easy knowledge and made you into kings of kings? That is, who established the pure world. Did Sri Krishna come to do that? The Kauravas were in the Iron Age. How could Sri Krishna come at the time of the Kauravas and the Pandavas? They celebrate Sri Krishna Jayanti. He was 16 celestial degrees at the beginning of the Golden Age. After Sri Krishna, there was the Jayanti of Rama, who was 14 degrees. Sri Krishna was a king of kings, that is a prince of all princes. Even Vrish's princes worship Sri Krishna because they know that he was 16 celestial degrees full. The complete prince of the Golden Age, and that they themselves are Vrishas. Surely the princes would say this. There is now to be Shiv Jayanti. The biggest image of him are in the temples. Those are temples to incorporeal Shiva. He alone is called the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar are deities. Shiv Jayanti is only celebrated in Bharat. Shiva Jayanti is now about to come. You have to explain and prove that Shiva alone is called the ocean of knowledge. That is, it is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, who makes the world pure. Gandhiji also used to sing this, but he didn't mention Sri Krishna's name. So the question now arises, is it Shiv Jayanti that then brings the Gita Jayanti? Or is it Sri Krishna Jayanti that then brings the Gita Jayanti? Sri Krishna Jayanti would be said to be in the Golden Age. No one knows when it was the Jayanti of Shiva. Shiva is the incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, and he created the world at the confluence age. In the Golden Age, it was the kingdom of Sri Krishna. So surely Shiva Jayanti would have been before that. The children who are the decoration of the Brahmin clan, those who are ready to do service, should take these things into their intellects and understand how to explain and prove to the people of Bharat that it is through Shiva Jayanti that there is the Gita Jayanti. Then from the Gita there is the Sri Krishna Jayanti, that is the Jayanti of the King of Kings. Sri Krishna is a king of the pure world. That was the kingdom there. Sri Krishna did not take birth there and speak the Gita. There could not have been the Mahabharata war there in the Golden Age. that must definitely have taken place at the confluence age. You children have to explain these things very clearly. The Pandava and Kaurava gatherings are very well known. They show Sri Krishna as the head of the Pandavas. They believe that he taught easy Raja Yoga and easy knowledge. In fact, there is no question of a battle, etc. The Pandavas, to whom the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, taught easy Raja Yoga, became victorious. They were the ones who became part of the Sun and Moon dynasties for 21 births. Therefore, first of all, explain to those of the Hindu Mahasabha. There are also other gatherings such as the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha brackets different political parties. The Hindu Sabha is the main one. The three remembered armies were the Yadavas, the Kauravas and the Pandavas, and they existed at the confluence age. The golden age is now being established. Preparations for the birth of Sri Krishna are now being made. The Gita was definitely spoken at the confluence age, so whom should you now sow at the confluence age? Sri Krishna cannot come here now. Why would he leave the pure world and come into the impure world? In fact, Sri Krishna doesn't exist at this time. You know that he is now in his 84th birth. They think that Sri Krishna is present everywhere, that he is omnipresent. The devotees of Sri Krishna say that all are Sri Krishna, that Sri Krishna has adopted those forms. Those who belong to the path of Radhe say that Radhe is everyone. I am Radhe and you are Radhe. Many dictates have emerged. Some say that God is omnipresent. Some say that Sri Krishna is omnipresent. Some say that Radhe is omnipresent. The Father is now explaining to you children that Father is the world almighty authority, and so he is giving you children the authority to explain to all of those people. Explain to those of the Hindu Mahasabha. They would be able to understand these things. They consider themselves to be religious minded. The government doesn't believe in any particular religion. They themselves are confused. Shiva, the Supreme Soul, is the incorporeal ocean of knowledge. No one else can be called the ocean of knowledge. Only when he personally comes here and gives you this knowledge can the kingdom be established. Then the kingdom is established. He would come once again in person after you have lost your kingdom. So you have to prove that Shiva, the Supreme Soul, is the incorporeal ocean of knowledge, and that it is Shiva Jayanti which brings the Gita Jayanti. You should make plays based on this, so that the aspect of Sri Krishna is removed from people's intellects. Only the incorporeal Supreme Soul Shiva is called the purifier. All the scriptures have been written by human beings and are based on human dictates. Baba doesn't have any scriptures. The Father says, I personally come and make you children into princes from beggars, and then I depart. Only I can give you this knowledge personally. Although those people who relate the Gita recite it, God is not there personally in front of them. They say that the God of the Gita was personally there, that he created heaven and then departed. So is it that people can become residents of heaven by listening to that Gita? When someone is dying, they read the Gita to him. They don't read any other scripture. They believe that heaven was established through the Gita, and that is why they only read the Gita. So there should only be the one Gita. All the other religions came later. No one else can say that they will become residents of heaven. They give people Ganges water to drink. They don't give the water of the river Jamuna. Only the water of the Ganges is given importance. Many Vaishnavas go there and bring back urns of that water. They say that by drinking a drop of that water mixed with ordinary water, all their illnesses end. In fact, it is the stream of the nectar of knowledge through which your sorrow is removed for 21 births. By them bathing in the living Ganges of knowledge, people can become residents of heaven. So the Ganges of knowledge would definitely have emerged at the end. There are rivers of water anyway. It isn't that by drinking water anyone can become a deity. Here, if someone hears even a little knowledge, he claims a right to heaven. These are the Ganges of knowledge of Shiv Baba, the ocean of knowledge. The ocean of knowledge, the bestower of the knowledge of the Gita, is only the one Shiva, not Sri Krishna. There is no one impure in the golden age to whom knowledge would be given. God sits here and explains all of these things. O Arjuna or O Sanjay, the names have become famous. He was very clever at writing, and so he became an instrument. Now Shiv Jayanti is coming, and so you should write this in big writing. Shiva is incorporeal. He is called the ocean of knowledge, the blissful one. Shri Krishna cannot be called knowledgeful or blissful. Only Shiva, the Supreme Soul, gives knowledge and has mercy. His knowledge is His mercy. A master has mercy and teaches you, and you thereby become a barrister or an engineer. There is no need for bliss in the golden age. So first of all, you have to prove whether it is Shiv Jayanti, the incorporeal ocean of knowledge that brings the Gita Jayanti, or whether it is the golden age corporeal Sri Krishna Jayanti that brings the Gita Jayanti. You children have to prove this. You know that none of the messengers who come can make anyone pure, because it has been the kingdom of Maya from the copper age. All have become impure. When people become distressed, they say that they want to leave here. The religion that is established then grows. The religions are established with the power of purity, and then they have to become impure. There are 4 main religions, and expansion takes place through them. The branches and twigs emerge. When it is proved that it is Shiva Jayanti that brings the Gita Jayanti, all the other scriptures will be proved useless because they were written by human beings. In fact, the scripture of Bharat is just the one Gita. The most beloved Father explains and makes it so easy for you. His directions are the most elevated of all. You now have to prove whether it is the incorporeal ocean of knowledge Jayanti that brings the Gita Jayanti, or the golden aged corporeal Sri Krishna Jayanti that brings the Gita Jayanti. You have to hold a big conference to do this. If this is proved, all the Pandits will then come to you and take this aim. You have to do something at Shiv Jayanti. Explain to those of the Hindu Mahasabha. Theirs is a large organization. In the golden age, there is the original eternal deity religion. There aren't any other sabhas gatherings there. The sabhas exist at the confluence age. First of all, you have to prove that the original eternal sabha is in fact the Brahmins or Pandavas. The Pandavas gained victory and then became residents of heaven. No one can say that the original eternal deity sabha religion exists now. You would not say that it is sabha of the deities. They have their sovereignty. Those sabhas existed at the confluence age of the cycle. One of those was the Pandava Sabha, which would also be called the original eternal Sabha of the Brahmins. No one knows this. There are no Brahmins with the name of Sri Krishna. The top knot of Brahmins is named because of Brahma's name. The Sabha of few Brahmins would be in the name of Brahma. Someone wise is needed to explain all of these things. He needs to have the enlightenment of knowledge. Only incorporeal Shiva is the bestower of the knowledge of the Gita, the bestower of the divine eye. Imbibe all of these things and then hold conferences. Those who feel that they can prove this should meet as a group. There is a sabha of majors and commanders on a battlefield. Here, a Maharathi is called a commander. Baba is the creator and director. He is creating heaven and so he gives directions for this. Set up a Mahasabha and then take up this topic. When it is proved who the God of the Gita is, everyone will understand that they should have yoga with him. Baba says, I have come as the guide. You should at least become worthy and able to fly. Maya has broken your wings. By having yoga, your souls will become pure and fly. Acha, to the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana number 1. Do the service of making everyone free from disease and residents of heaven with the nectar of knowledge. Human beings have to be made into deities. Become master merciful like the Father. Second, become wise with the enlightenment of knowledge and prove at Shiv Jayanti that Shiv Jayanti is itself the Gita Jayanti. That it is only through the knowledge of the Gita that Sri Krishna takes birth. Blessing, may you perform every deed of your daily timetable accurately and in a yukti-yukt way and become a pure and worthy of worship soul. The sign of pure and worthy of worship souls is that every thought, word, deed and dream of theirs are accurate and yukti-yukt. There is some meaning in every thought of theirs. It wouldn't be that they just said something for the sake of it, that the words just emerged, they just did something or that it just happened. Pure souls would be accurate and yukti-yukt in every deed according to the daily timetable, and this is why every deed of theirs is worshipped. That is, their whole daily timetable is worshipped. People see all the varieties of their actions from their waking up to going to sleep. Slogan, in order to become part of the Sun dynasty, remain constantly victorious and make your stays constant and stable. Slogan, in order to become part of the Sun dynasty, remain constantly victorious and make your stays constant and stable. Om Shanti.